I'm being asked more and more frequently, how do you make a lot of rep for syndicates? And honestly, some of the easiest ways now Draco has gone is to do the missions, because the missions give you rep. As I'm in here doing one because they're here. Obviously at the same time you can find those. Actually, I'll find one first because they differ for each syndicate. These things. Now, they do differ per syndicate. There's usually 3 different ones. The normal one will not have any glowing effect like this. One of them glows, that's like the middle one, and then the one that's worth more has a light coming off it. And what you do is you take these to the relay and sell them in exchange for rep to the syndicate you are with. This is what I mean by the glowing one. This is the mid-class one. I cannot remember the exact value of these. The little ones are something ridiculously low. The middle ones I think are 500 and the higher ones are I think 1,000 rep each. So stockpiling these when you don't need rep is a good idea. And after this mission I've made, once the game catches up, 6,264 for Red Veil. Obviously other syndicates will go up at the same time. For Red Veil it's Steel Meridian, which you can see there. What did I actually get for that? Nothing really useful. Oh, Vicious Frost. That, I take it back. That is actually useful. I completely forgot you got those from spy missions. That's my bad. But that's 6,264. I have a capacity of 23,000 rep I can actually make, and I've used less than 3,000 of it doing that one mission. This is a great way of extending your daily rep. Now the way that this works is each mission is worth a certain amount. I tend to do the Red Veil ones because if I do the Steel Meridian ones it decreases New Loca or Parent Sequence, it's one of them. So I can gain 3,720 rep by doing this one. They were all spies for some reason, but you can make a total of, it's usually about an extra 10,000 just doing the missions. So doing the syndicate missions is well worth it. Plus this one is a spy, so I'm getting relics, which are kind of important for getting hold of a certain new prime frame that's just came out. Second one down, 6,115 rep made, leaving me with 18, nearly 19,000 rep that I have still yet to make. On the last one, 6,124, 17,000 left. Using New Loca as a guide, because honestly it's kind of the same for each syndicate you're with. You just go in and see the person, and this is what I mean by the 3 levels. One that glows is worth, I can't actually do that, 1,000. I was way wrong. The normal ones are worth 500. The middle ones are worth 1,000, and the better ones with the glow coming, the like beam of light off them, is worth 5,000 rep. I need to get doing some New Loca missions because I have hardly any of these medallions. The top end ones are of course a pain because they hardly spawn, as you can probably tell by the fact I've got 68 of the small ones and only 1 of the big ones. But I personally do try and keep a hold of these until I do need them, when a new syndicate weapon becomes available or mods that are kind of impressive. That's when I'll use these, but there are lots of syndicate weapons these days, so they are ridiculously useful. Plus you can always sell the syndicate weapons for platinum as well. And it was actually just enough to take them back to what being 132 for Red Veil and Steel Meridian. Now, if you do want to have 4, because this is another question I'm asked a lot, what I do is I jump between Red Veil and New Loca, and because I'm leveling New Loca, half of the reputation I gain with them goes to the Parent Sequence. I originally started with Parent Sequence, but I can't do them because they make Steel Meridian go backwards. So Red Veil will also level up Steel Meridian, and New Loca will also level up the Parent Sequence, which does leave these 2, and I've tried to figure out a way of getting all of them maxed at the same time, and I kind of wish there was a way, but if you do Steel Meridian, Parent Sequence goes down. If you do Cephalon Suda, new Loka goes down, as does Red Veil. But Arbiters goes up. But if you do Arbiters, yeah, it's... I managed to get 4 by just swapping between these two. It just depends what's needed for which more than anything else. But it can be quite a pain to actually get them back up to max level. But the syndicates are more useful than people think, especially considering you can go in and... Not what I wanted to do. I go into Red Veil, you can go into whichever one you're with, and I just pick up relic packs. I pick up 2 of these to 1 of whichever the other one is with Red... Ooh, that's not what I wanted. With Red Veil, it's Steel Meridian, and this is not working for some reason. So I can get 3 relic packs every day, or 2 days. It literally, sometimes you can get 3 a day, sometimes you can get 3 every other day. Because obviously that's now gone down 20, but the most it can get is 11.5. That's 11,500 because it goes to them. But by doing the missions, I managed to take Steel Meridian all the way to being maxed. And maxed out Red Veil from roughly this spot in a day. Okay, I think if I'm really honest, Red Veil was closer to 100,000 when I started. Usually it won't max them out completely, but for some reason today, I guess it just did.